Kansas City, this is Monster Jam.
Monster Jam fans, it is now time for the very first competition of the event, JCB Racing. We've got 8 Monster Jam superstars that have been seated into a bracket based on a random draw. The 4 fastest from this round will advance to the semifinals and be that much closer to the racing win. Kansas City, I got one question for you. Who's ready for JCB Racing?
In the left lane, make some noise for John Zimmer in Megalodon. He's taking on the undefeated JCB Racing winner of the weekend, Cody Soier in Dragon. Now you heard me say it, 2 JCB Racing wins under Dragon's belt already, but that does not scare a competitor like John Zimmer in Megalodon. He is absolutely dialed in and ready for this race, round 1. He's a driver who knows what it takes, but this is a great matchup to kick off JCB Racing. You see those lights at the end of either end of the arena. When you see them illuminated purple, that calls for the drivers to restage. Just happened a second ago. Now they pull to the line, waiting for that light to go green. Your winner is Cody Soier in Dragon. Dragon advances on to the semifinals, but as we prepare for the second matchup in round 1, only 3 spots remain in the semifinal round. In the left lane, let's hear it for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. He's taking on that crazy bull, MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco. Second matchup here, Crazy Train, having made it to the finals in the JCB Racing competition once this weekend. MJ Celorio in El Toro Loco looking for that racing win. A good lineup with these 2 drivers. Let's go green. Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. For the second time here this weekend, Triton Robbins defeats El Toro Loco's MJ Celorio, advancing Crazy Train into the semifinals. Third matchup, pulled to the line. One more spot, and only two of these drivers will race for the 2 spots that remain in the semifinals. We've got John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. He's taking on Logan Ashline in Sparkle Smash. Now, only at Monster Jam are we able to see everyone compete on even playing fields. The JCB Racing competition is no different. Keep your eyes on the corners. Watch how they try to slow to fast. Let's go green. Your winner, John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. One more race to go in round 1 of racing, and it comes down to Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy taking on Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Now, one thing to think about during the racing competition are our gray Monster Jam turn cones. If at any point the driver who's in the lead, or any driver for that matter, is able to knock the turn cone out of its parameter, even if they're in the lead, that's an immediate disqualification. So keep your eyes on those turn cones, and all the more reason we got the best of the best, the precision driving out here on the track in JCB Racing. It's time to make some noise in the left lane for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. He's taking on, in the right lane, Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. These two drivers go head to head right now in round 1 for the final remaining spot in the semifinals. They pull to the line. Keep your eyes on the lights. Let's go green. That looks like a race too close to call. We've got our Monster Jam officials reviewing that footage on the Super Glue glued to the action replay. Check this out, spinning around the corner, almost over the line, and your winner, Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy.
Monster Jam fans, we started with 8 Monster Jam superstars, and now we're down to the fastest final 4. The winners of this round will advance to the finals, where they'll be that much closer to the first 8 points towards the BKT Overall Event Championship. You guys did a good job to start the event, but let's see if you can keep it going. Kansas City, who's ready for the JCB semifinal round?
Here in the semifinals, Montana Robbins, Plain Crazy, one of the youngest guys in the game, is taking on Cody Soier, driver of Dragon. Now, you heard me say it, both events that have passed have giving the JCB Racing win right to Cody Soier. He secured his spot by being the fastest guy out on the track, but it comes down to this moment right here for the fight for their spot in the final round. Will it be Dragon for the third time, or could it be Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy? A big moment for both of these drivers as they each want their chance at getting those 8 points at the end of the finish line. Keep your eyes on those lights. Let's go racing! Your winner is Cody Soier in Dragon. Second match of the semifinals is ready to go. Who will face off of Dragon in the final round? We're about to find out with these two drivers. John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity takes on Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. Both of these drivers have battled it out against Cody Soier, but have not taken that win. They both want it, and they want it bad. They're willing to take that win, fight up against him, but first, they've got to secure their spot in the final round. Two speedy drivers, let's go green! Your winner, John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Monster Jam fans, this is it. This is the JCB Racing Finals. The winner of this race will claim the first 8 points of the event, the bragging rights being the racing winner, and the top spot on our leaderboard. T-Mobile Center, who's ready to meet your JCB Racing Finals contenders?
He's a former series champion. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. From crewing trucks to one of the guys to beat in the racing competition, one of the fastest guys on the track, Cody Soier in Dragon. Crazy that already here in the T-Mobile Center, it is a 4-time matchup for these two and the 3rd time for Dragon in the final round. Will he, for the 3rd time, get the win? Or will it be John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity? Both of these drivers are dialed in and proven that they've got the chops to be one to watch. But right here, who will be awarded those 8 points? Only one. Let's go green! Kansas City, that was a close call. We've got to take it back to the super glue. Glued to the action replay. Tight around those corners, all for the 8 points. So close, but the officials have spoken. Your winner of the JCB Racing competition, Cody Soier in Dragon. 3 rounds of racing so far in the 2026 season, and each and every win has gone to this a young man. He is absolutely solidifying that target on his back. Your JCB Racing winner, Cody Soier in Dragon. Not only has he secured the first 8 points, but the top spot on the leaderboard. He's proven he's got the fastest truck on the track. Kansas City, give it up for him one more time.
So there's been 3 racing competitions so far, and this man has taken every single one of them. Cody, you're killing it. You won the racing competition last time with a truck that was giving you issues. I was hearing in the back, that truck is running at 100%, and we saw what happens when you have 100% of a working truck.
Man, you know what? All business aside right now, even though we're in Kansas City a partying, that's what I call a Louisiana Saturday night, baby. We got the job done. We're here to party with you guys. I'm having a blast, man. I hope you guys are too. We're fighting this motor issue, man. But we're earning our W's here this weekend. My boy Zimmer, his pop, we were all roommates years ago. I haven't raced the old man since Vegas in like 2018 or something like that. That was a great first round matchup, but man, we're just getting started.
And we're excited to see it. What have you had to do to make sure that you can still take victories even while battling this Monster Jam truck?
Man, we just got to keep hitting our marks. We kind of been sandbagging a little bit and everything else this past weekend, but tonight it's like, okay, we got to turn the heat up on Old Dragon. The help of you guys cheering on Old Dragon, baby. Skills is next. 4 big old BKT tires. All we got to use is 2. What do you say? Let's have a party, baby. Let's go.
Kansas City, let's have a party. Cody Soier, Dragon.
Time to get loud. She's blonde to the bone. It's Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. All right, first attempt down for Kristen Anderson. She's got 1 attempt still left in her run. Let's see what she's got up her sleeve.
Make some noise, it's Kristen Anderson, Gravedigger. Judgeszone.com, scoring is open, T-Mobile, scoring is open.
Check her out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Sends it up on 2 BKT tires, back up the pod, and then this now her second attempt, looking good out there. And you know what? It is tough to go first in the pack. You got to really lay out an impressive run, and I know that that was the intention here. Kristen Anderson, 2 successful attempts in the 2-wheel skills competition. Let's check out what you guys think of that run. The score for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger is... all right, a 7.416 right now. That is the score to beat. Put those fins together. It's John Zimmer in Megalodon. Only at Monster Jam can you see a Megalodon shark do that, Kansas City. One rev to let us know he's lining up to be dialed in and give us something great for his second attempt.
That'll do it, John Zimmer, Megalodon. Scoring is open. Scoring is open. JudgesZone.com. Score now.
Check it out on the Super Glued to the Action replay. This is footage of that first attempt there. John Zimmer pops up that Megalodon shark. A little damage to the hood is nothing for this professional. You can see he's got total control over that Monster Jam truck. And that really speaks to his skill there, which really lets us know on that second attempt, total track conditions, not really having those BKT tires, get the bite he wanted, but one successful maneuver could be all it takes. It's up to you guys locking in your scores, and we've got that official score locked in. Let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer and Megalodon is a 7.164, a close call, but right now, that's good enough for second place. Monster Jam fans, as we get further and further into the two-wheel skills challenge, there's another competition underway. And as you know, that is the fight to be the St. Jude ambassador of today's event. Now, last event, it was Logan Ashline and Sparkle Smash to take home that winning title. Right now, she is the only one with donations. So she is well on her way to becoming the St. Jude ambassador of the event. We still have not received any donations under another driver's name. I hate to add some drama, but if you were to just give somebody else a couple more dollars, somebody else would be in the lead, but right now it's Logan Ashline and Sparkle Smash leading the way to be the St. Jude ambassador of the event, back to back. He took the win in this competition earlier today. Let's hear it for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco. MJ Solorio's feeling the energy of the crowd here in Kansas City. He's just checking on you guys to see if you're ready for what this crazy bull is about to unleash. Looking for that sweet spot. Let's see what he's got.
25 years of the crazy bull, and it continues on with MJ Solorio and Toro Loco. Scan that QR code because scoring is open.
MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco, out and loud and proud about that run, but absolute madness. Check it out on the Super Glue, glued to the action replay, really pushing it to that edge, taking those risks, and looking for that top score. Right now, the score to beat is held by Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. She had a score of a 7.416. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is... Check it out, an 8.729. That brings him to the top of the leaderboard, and that is the score to beat. Next up, he took the win in the JCB Racing competition. Looking to ride that wave of momentum, it's Cody Soier in a Dragon. Heading in for that second attempt, looking for the exact spot on the track. What's he got for us, Kansas City?
On the side tires, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Soier, Dragon.
Cody Soier and Dragon pulling off one of the hardest moves there is to do here in Monster Jam. Just casually pulling out a bicycle, though, for that second attempt. He's saying, didn't you guys see what I did? I mean, it is a tough one. He's got that spike there on Dragon, looking to give that to the fans, and he's hoping you guys are giving him a high score. We've got your scores officially locked in at Judge's Zone. Let's check it out. The score for Cody Soier in Dragon is... All right, a 7.616, a solid score right now. Good enough for second place. Checking that pulse, Kansas City. Did you see what I just threw down? What do you guys think? He's filling out the crowd because he's about to hopefully turn up the volume. We might have a combo in the near future. You never know with John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. Scoring is open. Get your phones out, judgeszone.com. I know you guys had to have been capturing that on your phones. Take in video, swipe on over, open up that app, put in those scores, and lock it in. But John Zimmer Jr. out here in Terminal Velocity making sure you all leave with a very cool video in your phones. He's making sure nobody misses it. Check out the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. His first attempt, but just in case you missed that madness, he's going ahead, give you another reason to record, and he, of course, is gunning for those 8 points. Sounds like Kansas City is happy with those results. We've got those official scores locked in. So, let's see. The score to beat right now is held by El Toro Loco. It's an 8.729. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity is... Check that out, Kansas City, a 9.345. That absolutely takes the lead and is now the score to beat. A little bit of a volley and a tug of war that we've seen so far already, even here in T-Mobile Center. Terminal Velocity taking the win in our first competition here this weekend for the two-wheel skills. Then El Toro Loco took it earlier here today, and it looks like Terminal Velocity is trying to snag that back. But we still have more trucks to come. Anybody could shake up that board. All aboard the crazy train. Kansas City, makes some noise for Triton Robbins. You see some of the Monster Jam fans doing it. You give him that sign, that train conductor sign, and he'll let you hear that crazy train horn. But Triton Robbins is just giving you guys time to get your phones out and get those videos ready. He's about to lay down something cool. Let's see what he's got for us. Up and over for that first attempt by Triton Robbins, a crazy train. Felt out the track, one attempt under his belt. Still's got one remaining.
And that will do it for the crazy train, Triton Robbins. Conductor arms in the air. And you know what? Turn those into scores at judgeszone.com.
Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Triton Robbins launching that train off the tracks, over the pod, up and over. He's making sure you guys got that on your smartphones. He's pulling out all of the moves that he's got here in the two-wheel skills competition. We've got the scores officially locked, so let's check out your results. The score for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train is... It's a 6.336. Right now, that's good enough for 6th place. Kansas City, one drivers ready to come to that track. It's Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy, but just getting word from our officials. If you've got a keen ear, you may have heard it. Looks like he tried to start that Monster Jam truck, and let me tell you, this is the name of the game. We are at the mercy of these Monster Jam trucks. We're going to have our pit reporter, Carlos Sparks, get the story for Plain Crazy and Montana Robbins coming up soon, but that means your winner of the two-wheel skills competition is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity takes that win with that high score of a 9.345. He now adds 8 more points to his overall score, and of course makes himself the two-wheel skills winner. Kansas City, give it up one more time. John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity.
Look at you, up on the pod one more time for the two-wheel skills challenge. One of the storylines for this particular competition is just the different breakage that was going on. How important is it to have a well-running truck to make sure that you can compete to the best of your ability?
It's crucial for sure, but it doesn't matter how 100% your equipment is. These monster trucks are unforgiving, man. You can think your truck's ready to go, and it's just going to give up on you, and that's the name of the game. But fortunately enough, my equipment held up. I put it through some really rough stuff here in two-wheel skills, but right now it seems good to go. Feels good picking up a competition win here tonight.
And that puts you in a great spot to potentially try to take home another overall event championship. How is Terminal Velocity doing right now? How are you doing going into the second half of our event?
I'm all good. Truck's all good. I know Cody and I are going to have a tight battle to the end. I know he's planning on doing something special. He's got cool tricks up his sleeves, and I got even more tricks, man. We're just getting started, Kansas City. We're partying here tonight. Y'all having some fun? Let me hear you make some noise.
Kansas City, help me give a big, warm welcome to the 4 Daredevils of our freestyle motocross team. Brendan Reardon, Kenny Haskell, Kenny Bartram, and Josh Hedford.
That's right, Keaton. This is going to be one of the coolest things that you see in our entire event. We've got 4 FMX superstars that are going to be flying from one side of the arena to the other. And then this whole segment is going to culminate with the best trick competition. Here's the way it's going to work. We're going to start off with a couple of warm-up tracks, warm-up laps, get used to the track. Then we're going to start to hit some tricks. A couple of warm-up tricks to give you guys a taste of what's coming up during the best trick competition, where you will crown our winner. So let's get it started. Here we go. Kansas City, make some noise. Up first, Brendan Reardon. Kenny Haskell. Cowboy Kenny. Josh Hedford. Coming around for round number 2. cliffhanger from Cowboy Kenny. Josh Hedford, last round, number 2. Double grab heart attack. Woo! Full extension on another cliffhanger. Kenny Haskell, what you got? Killing it with another heart attack. Laying it all the way back. Oh my goodness. Absolutely insane. It's heating up. The tricks are getting crazier. Through the arms, over the handlebars, Kenny Haskell. Big old whip from Cowboy Kenny. And the first backflip of the night from Josh Hedford. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the warm-up tricks are done. And now it's time for the best trick competition. Here's the way it's going to work. Go ahead and take out your cell phones. Go to judgeszone.com because you will decide who wins this next competition. Each one of our riders will get one official chance to fly through the air and impress you with their best trick. Once they hit that landing ramp, you'll have less than 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Riders, are you guys warmed up, ready to go? Kansas City, are you warmed up, ready to go? All righty, let's make some noise for the best trick competition.
Up first, put your hands together for Brendan Reardon. Brendan Reardon's from Worcester, Massachusetts, and he has been riding for over 24 years. He's bringing all of that experience right here, also coming in as a 2017 ISDE gold medalist.
Scoring is open for Brendan Reardon. If you were feeling that trick, get to judgeszone.com right now, less than 20 seconds, and score now.
Check it out on the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. A rock solid by Brendan Reardon. That is not an easy move to do. Literally lets go of the bike mid-air. Now, I always say, too, that rider that goes first, that's a tough job. You got to really hold out that top score. It's got to last throughout the rest of the 3 riders. So let's see exactly where you all think he stands on the leaderboard. The score for Brendan Reardon is... all right, a 7.190 right now. That is the score to beat. Up next, let's hear it for Kenny Haskell. Kenny Haskell's from Boston, Massachusetts, and he's been riding since the age of 5 years old. He's raced motocross. He's rode overseas in Japan, Singapore, Argentina, and Brazil. He's been a part of the Monster Jam family since 2014. Off the track, he's a dad to 2 young boys, but right now he's ready to throw it down in the best trick competition, looking to take out his good friend and competitor. One more time, Kansas City. Make some noise for Kenny Haskell.
Busting out the backflip, Kenny Haskell. Is that enough to take down Brendan? Let us know, judgeszone.com.
Kenny Haskell heard you guys on those flips. He knew exactly what he had to do, looking to knock out the competition, take the lead, and walk away with that title of Best Trick Winner. But remember, only one of them can do it. So just like that, those 20 seconds have passed, and we've got the score locked in. That current score to beat held right now by Brendan Reardon. It's a score of a 7.190. The score for Kenny Haskell is... check it out, at 8.625. That score will absolutely take the lead. Next up, Kansas City, make some noise for Kenny Bartram. Kenny Bartram's from Stillwater, Oklahoma, and they call him Cowboy Kenny. He's a 10 times X Game medalist and a 10-time Gravity Games medalist. He's bringing all that talent right here to Monster Jam, and today he's performing his best trick on his KTM 450. Kansas City, one more time, Kenny Bartram.
Another backflip, landed it with one hand. Was that enough to take down his previous two competitors? Let's find out. JudgesZone.com, score now.
Third to go right here in the competition. Absolutely gnarly throwdown for you guys. And I don't know how these guys do it. They always have to turn up the heat, but somehow manage to do so. We've got your scores locked in. That score to beat right now held by Kenny Haskell. It's an 8.625. The score for Kenny Bartram is an 8.626. It's 1/1000th of a point. Absolute insanity, but just enough to take the lead. Kenny Bartram with the score to beat of an 8.626. But one rider remains. Make some noise for Josh Hedford. Josh Hedford is from Asheville, North Carolina. He's competed in Nitro Circus and Nights of Jump in Europe. He's been riding with Monster Jam for a little over 4 years, and today he's riding his Kawasaki 450.
Scoring is open. Make some noise, Josh Hedford.
All right, it comes down to this, the final rider. 20 seconds dwindled down, and we've got the scores locked in. It comes down to this moment right here. Kenny Bartram, of course, with that score to beat of an 8.626. But the score for Josh Hedford is a 9.751. That absolutely takes the lead for the third time here this weekend. Your best trick winner is Josh Hedford.
What a crazy competition, but I don't think they're done, Kansas City. It's time for the FMX Grand Finale. T-Mobile Center, here's the way it's gonna work. These guys are gonna line up one after another in a train formation. Tricks, back to back to back to back. Get your phones ready. When they hit that ramp, I need you to scream. And that was just the first one. They're coming back around. They need your energy. Make some noise. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Let them fly. It gets crazier and crazier and crazier. I think we got one more, guys. All right, we got to get loud. We've got to get loud, Kansas City. Help me out. One more time. One more time. One more time. One more time, Brendan Reardon, Kenny Haskell, Cowboy Kenny, and our winner, Josh Hedford. right, I'm here with your winner, Josh Hedford. All this man does is win. I keep having to interview this guy. I'm going to have to come up with some new questions for you. One of the things that I've noticed is you've had different tricks as you've kept winning. How do you decide which one of these crazy tricks you're going to pull out during the competition?
I mean, I just kind of ask the guys what they want to see, and, you know, they know I've been practicing since, like, I was a little tiny wee lad, and I was, like, riding bikes forever, so I trained for years and years and years learning all these crazy tricks and do, like, a lot of hot yoga classes, so that helps. But, yeah, I just kind of wing it last second, and I'm like, oh, I think I'll try to do I don't know, look through super flip.
Absolutely insane. How in the world do you practice to do something like this?
Well, I spent years and years in a giant foam pit training for competitions back in the day, and now that we got these awesome inflatable airbag landings, it gives us like a lot better idea of what we're doing and a little bit of forgiveness. So makes us go a lot bigger, especially when we have a crowd like this in Kansas City. Are you guys having fun?
You've won all the competitions so far. What message do you have to these fans to keep you going for the rest of the weekend?
Well, definitely follow your dreams and make sure you wear your helmets, kids, and be as safe as possible. Don't try doing any of this stuff right away at home. Start on little tiny jumps like I did when I was a kid and work your way up the ladder and dream big.
Dream big, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, your winner, Josh Hedford. Kansas City, this is the pinnacle of the event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. First freestyle run in the books for Triton Robbins' Crazy Train. Get those conductor arms in the air, get the cell phones out. Scoring is open.
Look, it is no easy feat going first in the pack at freestyle, but this young man seems completely unfazed by that. Triton Robbins in Crazy Train, quite frankly, absolutely off the rails. And I think that freestyle, it has a lot of really great criteria in it. We saw some speed. He takes advantage of multiple obstacles out there and fills that freestyle clock. So we've got your scores officially locked. Let's go ahead and check out those results. The score for Triton Robbins in Crazy Train is a 7.358. That's a solid score, and right now, your score to beat. You know, the fans that listen, Logan, they always hear me say one thing, and I always say, we are at the mercy of these Monster Jam trucks, and it is a little bit of the name of the game where some things just don't always go our way. We had you update us on the track earlier with Carlos. It was a big mystery if we'd be able to see Sparkle Smash in freestyle. So I want you to be able to give these fans a little update on what's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, I went back into the pits, and it looks like they're doing an entire motor swap, which they're thrashing. They're going to get it done as soon as they possibly can, but they're not going to be able to get it done tonight. These UNOH technicians and crew chiefs, they are amazing, and this truck will be back on the floor, but it will likely be tomorrow, unfortunately. But that means that I get to hang out with you guys. I'm still thrilled about the racing pass that I was able to make, so you take your wins where you can.
And you know what? You were also crowned the St. Jude Ambassador of last event. And I want to remind you, you've still got a chance to be crowned the St. Jude Ambassador of this event. So if you guys are in the stands, if you're a Sparkle Smash fan, and you want to bring Logan to the top, you can still do it. Scan that QR code now, donate to a great cause, and we can let Logan Ashline Sparkle Smash walk away with another win of the St. Jude Ambassador event. But hey, you've got all of the competitors now. They've got another set of eyes on them in this stand. So any advice you would give to these drivers as Logan Ashline watches and judges their freestyle?
You know, I'm watching really closely, and this time I'm going to be in the judge's seat with all the folks up here. So you guys better bring your A game, but remember to have fun.
You guys can absolutely tell, even just right here, Logan Ashline's a competitor. She's got her heart on her sleeve. Not the way I know we wanted the event to go, but I know there's some Sparkle Smash fans in here, so give it up for Logan Ashline, driver of Sparkle Smash. Get those Toro horns in the air for MJ Savorio in El Toro Loco.
And that will do it for that run from the Crazy Bull, MJ Solorio, El Toro Loco. Kansas City scoring is open.
MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco absolutely tearing up the track. He did have a little bit of time left in his freestyle clock, but I dare to say that what he put down and threw down in that time was absolutely enough to potentially take that lead. Kansas City, it's up to you guys. He looks a little upset on that, but these competitors are hard on themselves. I know those El Toro Loco fans will come through with that score and that crazy freestyle run. We've got the scores officially locked in with that score to beat, held by Triton Robinson Crazy Train. He had a score of a 7.358. The score for MJ Solorio in El Toro Loco is... All right, a 7.720. We now have a new leader. Monster Jam fans, as we continue on in the freestyle competition, you gotta remember how important these 8 points at the end of the competition are. Now, in order to get this overall event championship trophy, you really have to lay it down in freestyle. But I think it's time to announce the St. Jude ambassador of the event. It is John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity, Kansas City. This is a crazy comeback. Just a second ago, he didn't have a single dollar donated, and you guys made the difference. $110, all under the name of John Zimmer Jr., but most importantly, going to a family in need. All the dollars donated tonight will do that. So if you're sitting here and you donated, I want you to know that you're helping out a family in need. Families affected by childhood cancer and other illnesses. And remember, if you haven't yet, it's never too late to donate. Make sure you leave tonight knowing your impact is bigger with Monster Jam and St. Jude. Our next competitor is ready to breathe fire down his competitors. Next, make some noise. Cody Soier in Dragon. I think he's lining up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp.
Cody Soier in Dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, a backflip, spikes all over the place. He's out of the cab. You gotta lock in your score.
Kansas City, you got yourselves a Cody Soier backflip. I have got to say, there is a level of showmanship that really can only be achieved when you have mastered throttle rhythm. Cody Soier has done just that. We've got your scores officially locked in for that freestyle run. The current score to beat held by MJ Solorio and Toro Loco is 7.720. The score for Cody Soier in Dragon is a 9.176. That brings him to the top of the leaderboard. Sounds like some of you know what those bells mean. Make some noise for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger. Check her out, Kristen Anderson. Added some two-wheel flair to her freestyle run.
Another grave digger freestyle in the books, Kansas City. Make some noise. That was Kristen Anderson. Lock in those scores. Scoring is open.
You got to imagine following an act like Dragon's freestyle would maybe intimidate the average person. But Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger absolutely throws down in this freestyle. We heard you, Kansas City, on that two-wheel action. Ending with those donuts, it sounded like you guys loved that freestyle run. And let's see if your scores reflect just that. The scores are locked in. The score for Kristen Anderson in Gravedigger is a solid score, an 8.555. Right now, that's good enough for second place. Tough to follow and act like Dragons with a backflip, but Kristen Anderson, she secures herself in that second place spot with a mean green freestyle. It's going to be tough to follow these drivers, but with 3 more trucks still to come, anything could change. Get those shark attacks ready. It's John Zimmer in Megalodon.
The Shark is doing it in the air. John Zimmer, Megalodon. Scoring is open. You guys have the hardest job in the whole arena. Kansas City, lock in your scores.
John Zimmer looking into the sea of fans that he's got right here in Kansas City. And you know what? That freestyle just sounded good. The control he's got on the throttle, the way he's able to fill that clock, and you see that kind of smooth momentum. It's only right that he's driving Megalodon because he truly is swimming through that freestyle. We see him launch, get some major big air in there, which I know bodes well with a lot of you judges here at Monster Jam. So lock in those scores. We've got only a few seconds left until we've got that official score locked in for John Zimmer Jr. John Zimmer in Megalodon. Let's check it out. A 7.831. Right now, that's good enough for third place. They've worked to get this truck ready to go for freestyle. So Kansas City, let's celebrate with them. Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. As the other competitors were out here on the track, you know that the Robbins team rolled up their sleeves and fixed this truck to get it freestyle ready for all you Kansas City fans. Let's see what Montana Robbins has in store for us this freestyle run.
Scoring is open. Montana Robbins Plain Crazy. If you're down with that wild ride, get to judgeszone.com and score now.
You see the fight in this young driver as he comes out for freestyle. They fixed his truck. That is right, Kansas City. Absolutely well-deserved. He's still willing to take that risk. He still pushes it to the edge, looking to pull off a bicycle, a tough move, and he puts that risk and reward on the table. Let's see if you guys rewarded him with those scores. Let's see where he falls in the pack. The score for Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy is... Hey, that's a solid score, a 7.065 right now. That's good enough for 6th place. Take a look at the freestyle competition leaderboard. Dragon, Cody Soier is still sitting in that top spot. It is a tough run to beat with a 9.176. Kristen Anderson currently in 2nd place in Gravedigger. And remember, her and Megalodon neck and neck in this competition, also neck and neck in the overall series points. So we add to that drama right there, but El Toro Loco holds out 4th, Crazy Train in 5th, and Plain Crazy just lands himself currently in that 6th place spot. But with one truck still to come here in freestyle, remember, this entire leaderboard can be completely shaken up.
Hey, Kansas City, check out the video screen. We've got one of our biggest Monster Jam fans, Bailey Circuit, and she wants to play a game. right, Monster Jam fans, you can move now. You're good to go. Thanks for playing our little game with Miss Bailey's Circuit, but it's time to keep it moving. Who's ready for more Monster Jam Freestyle?
Next up, he took the win in the two-wheel skills challenge. Make some noise for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. The clock is paused at 12 seconds for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity. A wild run, but I'm getting word that does conclude his freestyle run. Definitely enough time for a score, so get those smartphones out for the last time. Head to judgeszone.com and submit those scores. You know exactly what to do, Kansas City. And to watch this freestyle run, I mean, this driver, he just goes so fast through every freestyle run. He's able to pull out those hard landings, able to make it back, switch it over, pull out another maneuver. And man, oh man, does that take skill. What'd you guys think? Well, he is up against some tough competition. So we have got those scores for that freestyle run officially locked. Let's check it out. The score for John Zimmer Jr. in Terminal Velocity is a solid score, an 8.416. That lands him in third place. That means your winner of the freestyle competition is Cody Soier in Dragon. He has added 8 points to his overall score, but was it enough? Your overall event champion today earned 8 points in both the JCB racing competition and the freestyle competition, with a total of 6 points in the two-wheel skills challenge and an overall event total of 22 points. Your BKT overall event champion is Cody Soier in Dragon. Kansas City, as we write the story of 2026, you're going down in a very important chapter for Cody Soier. He's got his first overall event championship of 2026 right here. You helped him do it. Give it up for him. Make some noise. Cody Soier, Dragon, your overall event champion. It started with a win in racing. He kept up that momentum, fought his way through two-wheel, takes the freestyle win, and of course, gets to hold that trophy.
Cody Soier, you said, yeah, come on, crew. Let's celebrate the win together. You teased it. You said something was different today. You were going to drive differently today. It came down to the very last competition, and you took home this win. What's going through your brain?
Man, we earned this one, man. As excited as I am, it's a little sentimental. I've always had a soft spot for trying to earn the first one out of the new year on a Saturday night. It's something about a Saturday night at Monster Jam. I don't know if that's Louisiana in me or what it is, but man, it feels good. Brand new crew, a brand new truck. These boys built this truck over the Christmas break, and it runs like a top. This boy right here, Malachi, my boy Drew, both come from UNOH. We're all three of us are super diehard gearheads, and we are proud to bring it to Kansas City, baby. Thank you so much for partying with us. The night is young. We're going out for a party tonight, boys. Woo!
Yeah, we are. I got one more thing for you. What was that whole event like? Because you knew you were battling John Zimmer Jr. He was the one right behind you. You faced him in the finals before. Strong competitor in the two-wheel skills, but you took the win and made a statement during freestyle.
Man, I know it. Everybody out here, the competitors are super tough. Me and John Zimmer, well, the old guys out here making them sweat. But you know what? Nobody else was hitting this backflip ramp. I'm going to go for it. Unfortunately, my girl Logan had a motor failure. I was like, we got to give these guys something extra. And this motor is running like a top, so we said, we're going for it. Whatever it takes to get the W here in Kansas City, I want to take home some of this dirt, baby. Can't thank you guys enough. We'll see you tomorrow.
One more time for Cody Soier and Team Dragon.
A big congratulations to Cody Soier and the entire Team Dragon, who of course walks away with that overall event championship here tonight. We want to thank you all for coming out to our Monster Jam event right here in T-Mobile Center. Maybe you joined us on the live stream. Either way, we could not have done it without you Monster Jam fans. And of course, we want to encourage you on your way out to stop at those Monster Jam merchandise stands, pick up the latest Spin Master diecast trucks, and so much more. A perfect way to remember the day. And of course, make sure you guys stay up to date with all the information at monsterjam.com. You want to be there to get tickets on sale and so much more. You can now purchase your tickets for Monster Jam World Finals 25. On behalf of the entire team and my co-host, Carlos Sparks, my name is Keaton Stewart, and we'll see you at the next Monster Jam.